Nathan was understandable.
Yeah.
And say, okay, I see where there could be a problem.
Yeah, and he was open to having his storage searched, his phone, his online storage, like all these things. So
because you know, some people might be going, where I erased my picture, but now you're going to go into my storage and you're going to maybe, you know, you're going to dig into all that stuff. Some people might be a little bit offended with that stuff, but hey, you know, as long as it was well, you know, I guess
well handled, well
explained, I think it's good. And it's interesting that, you know, I've met some police officers too that speak quite a bit of English, because part of their test is some of them, they do need to know English.
Yeah.
And I think it helps a lot of the expats out there, considering there's such a huge number of expats now here in Seoul and other different parts of Korea.
Yeah.
That it's required.
Yeah, well, I mean, because definitely this officer was able to communicate the situation.
Yeah.
Able to clearly explain the steps that were needed to be taken. Definitely helped diffuse the situation. Because imagine if the officer didn't speak much English, and then maybe there was a misunderstanding. Like, it would be a totally different story.
But there are certain times where I was photographed without my permission. That's different.
Yeah, what kind of context?
Well, I was wearing this really funny shirt, and I guess I made the mistake of wearing that funny shirt, but you know, I noticed from like the corner of my eyes, they were taking pictures of me wearing this shirt. Now, I don't know if my face got out and things like that. And I didn't want to directly go to them and say, hey, I saw you take a picture of me, erase it or something like that. I don't want to be confrontational, but...
Yeah. Well, because I mean, there was a very questionable website up online that got shut down where people in compromising positions were having their pictures taken and posted online. Was in the end that they either had to censor out everybody's faces or they had to take all the content down.
You know, there's an interesting thing. If you're a public figure, they don't have to censor your face.
Right.
Yeah, and that happened to me because I was on television and radio and things like that. Someone had posted something at a baseball stadium of me doing something, and they didn't blur me out because
you're a public figure.
I'm a public figure that can't be searched on the internet.
Well, hopefully your VA career will take off because of it. But we're out of time. Thanks for coming in.
Always a pleasure.
See you tomorrow. And with that, we're going to finish off this part of the program. But stick around. We'll be back after a short station break.
Today, 4 more patients have been confirmed with the novel coronavirus, counting the people diagnosed with the disease in Korea to 23. As more people are infected and the virus is known to spread well when it's released, it's important to find out the patients as fast as it can be to prevent the further spread. In line with this, the Korean government has allowed temporary use of the region test kits for the novel coronavirus, which can recognize the cases within 6 hours, 1/4 of the time that it takes to detect the case. Protection gears, only 50 private medical centers will be able to use this.